Hey y'all, and welcome back to the DG Outdoors channel. Guys, in today's video, I'm going to redo the group shooting portion of the 16-inch versus 20-inch crossbow bolt test and comparison video that I did this morning, because somehow I didn't hit record when I was measuring the 3-shot groups with each one of these bolts. But before I do that, I want to go over some quick specs. Okay, now, with the Elong Outdoor 16-inch carbon bolt, okay, we have a total weight of 345 grains, and that includes a 100 grain field point. With the unbranded Amazon 20-inch bolt, okay, we have a total grain weight of 457 grains with a 125 grain point. The penetration test showed that this bolt went into the target a total of 5.5 inches as a 16-inch bolt. With the 20-inch bolt, it went in a total of 5 3/4 inches. So not much difference between a 16-inch bolt and a 20-inch bolt, but the grain difference between the two, the grains difference, was 112 grains. So guys, let's get over here and shoot at 20 yards and see how well they group. Alright guys, same setup as the last video, 20 yards on the Gen 3 trigger stick so I can get as stable shots as possible. Here's the first shot with the Elong Outdoor 16-inch bolt. Okay, here we go. Aiming dead center of the target. First shot. Second shot. And third shot here. Alright, switch over to the 20-inch bolts. Alright guys, here's the first shot with the 20-inch bolts. Aiming dead center of that target. First shot. Second shot. Alright guys, third shot. 20-inch bolt. Alright guys, I'm going to go grab my tape measure. I'm going to grab May 98 to film this part. That way I don't accidentally not hit record, so I can show you guys what the shots and the groups look like on the target. Alright guys, so I've got May 98 filming this part, like I said, so I don't accidentally not hit record on this. These groups really aren't that bad at 20 yards. Alright guys, so I was aiming dead center of the target here, okay? And all together, from the closest bolt of the 16-inch to the bullseye, we have a, let's see if I'm dead on there, 2.5 inches.
Looks about it.
About 2.5 inches right there.
Yep.
Okay, from the 16-inch. And then we have a total group of about 2 3/4 inches.
Yep.
And the closest bolt to the bullseye on the 20-inch, we have about an inch and a half to this bolt right here.
Looks like 1 inch.
1 inch.
Yep.
And an overall group of 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches right there. Still not bad. All right, guys, so I'm cutting in here again, just like I did in the last video to say that. Both of those groups weren't bad. Okay, at 20 yards, we had a 3.5 inch group with a 16 inch bolt. They were definitely a tighter group, but they were 2 3/4 inches away from the target, I think I said. So not as close, but with the 20 inch bolts, we had a 4.5 inch group. Okay, so the group was bigger by like an inch, but we had an inch away from the bullseye with one of the bolts. So the test really didn't do that bad, you know, in my opinion. But I just wanted to mention that we definitely had a tighter group with the 16 inch, but the 20 inch, one of the bolts were definitely closer to the bullseye. So I don't know what happened on this one. I'd consider this a flyer because I was aiming right here. All my other 2 bolts went right here, but this one went this way, which that could have been me, and it could have been this bolt. The crossbow may not like this bolt very well, but still 2 solid groups here on the target, and I'm extremely happy with these results right here. I'm aiming 98. See you later. Thank you for filming. That's some pretty good shooting, I think. All right, guys. So these results weren't that bad from this shooting test. And what I'm realizing is that scope's pretty much dead on. I really don't know. From the original video, you learned that this 20-inch bolts have about a 1/2 inch more penetration on the target than the 16-inch bolts. Yeah. I could easily sight in the scope and use both of these bolts if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to stick with the 16-inch bolts just because they're not as long on the crossbow, you know. But yeah, guys, that's been the retest since I didn't get to show you guys the measurement of the bolts to the target in the original video because somehow I didn't hit record. I still don't know what's up with that. But y'all remember, like, comment, subscribe. Remember, Jesus loves you. Remember to push. Pray until something happens. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.